Hello, this is Jack from Los Angeles. Some friends ask me if I can make a quick video about how to pot Asian Cymbidium, especially, for example, green GI or Encephalium or Sinans. So today I just pick one. This is a green GI. I will just do a quick demo how I do the potting and the repotting. But because I don't have any bare root plant, so I just pick one which I growed for a while. But then let's do remove all the potting mix and then do the potting. Just like a demo. Okay, so this is one. This is green GI. I use this small pot, a kind of small pot. One of the reasons I pick a small pot because it's much easier to control the watering. For Asian Cymbidium, it is critical how to water it. The preferred way is let the water get into the potting mix and then let them drain out as soon as possible. You don't want to let the plant sit in the water. However, you also don't want it to dry. That's the idea. So let's take a look. This small pot is, of course, another reason you can save potting mix. Potting mix is not cheap. Okay, let's do the remove them. So typically when I remove the mix, I tap on the pot, take it out. So here's the plant. So let's take a look at it first, right? The potting mix I use is kind of mixed. It's a particle potting media. It is based on the formula used in Asia, for example, in Taiwan, in Japan. However, I modified it a little bit because lots of materials you may have to import it, and financially it could be a burden. So I use a different formula, but as long as it works, I think it should be fine. So the potting mix I use, they have the bark. This is a kiwi bark or Okiata bark. That's fine. There's also this is pumice. You can find it from the landscaping place, really cheap. There's also Kunuma soil. Here's the Kunuma soil. I'll talk about why do I use Kunuma soil. There's also Akadama soil here. You can find those materials from a bonsai style. That's not difficult. Sure. So when you have the plant, there's a difference. For example, if you go to an orchid show, most of the time when you pick up Cymbidium which is imported from overseas, for example, most of the time they are bare rooted because that's due to regulation. And if that happens, you will notice many roots are died already, either dried up or rotten. So that's okay as long as the pseudobulb are healthy. That's okay. That's still manageable. I will tell the difference. How do you pot that type of orchids? And also, when you get orchids, for example, just like from a local grower, the roots are really healthy. So those are the new roots, healthy roots. So it's a little bit different, but don't worry, it's manageable. So when you get to pick a plant, for example, from online, from other place, when you get it, so the first step you want to check the roots, right? You want to make sure there's no dead roots. All the older or maybe like rotten roots, you want to cut it out. This one, let's pretend here's some old roots. Just cut it out. Make sure all the equipment are sterilized. You don't want to introduce virus or anything, right? So cut it, right? So when you get to the plant, let's pretend we finish that. And then the potting media. Here's the potting media, right? My recommended way is use the potting media and then soak in water for half a day and let it dry, let it drain a little bit. When you use a hand to touch it, you feel this it's moisture. However, there's no water. You don't get any water. So after that, you then start to do the pot it up. So here, let me get my tools. So use this one. This is actually for the ice cube. So you take some potting media, put to the plant here. It's very similar to most of Cymbidiums. When you pot it up, or like a Cattleya, Oh, by the way, just notice that this Grungi already have buds. So this is just, one character for the Grungi. These start to form buds in the summer. It takes about 4 months for them to have flowers. So be patient. That's patient is a virtue of all orchids, right? So when you pot it up and you put the new growth as much as possible in the middle of the pot, because then next year you're going to get more new growth. You want to have the plant centered, right? If you put the new growth too close to the edges, then the next year when the new growth come out, there's no space then. So put it this way and then add the potting media. I do not, for example, put too much effort. For example, you have to use the big particle or small particle on the bottom or whatever. I just put them up all the same. From top to bottom, it's all the same. Until the end, really top. I'll talk about it later. So you add potting media and then tap a little bit. Make sure there's a good, make sure the good contact between the roots and the potting media. Okay. Add more. And let's add the last piece. Then you see, I didn't finish everything. I didn't add the potting media up to the level of the pot, right? Because I want to make sure you can see the pseudobulb. Don't cover the pseudobulb completely of the Asian Cymbidium. Let it expose some of the pseudobulb. My preferred way is about one third or half of the pseudobulb should be exposed. And when you come here, next part, on the top, I use the Canuma soil. So this is the Canuma soil. I use the Canuma soil cover the top. You still want to make sure the pseudobulb exposed. One way to check it is easy. When you look from the top, if you can see the pseudobulb, then that's good. So why do I choose Canuma soil? Here's one feature of the Canuma soil. You see, this is the Canuma soil with water. This is one which is dry up. You see there's a difference, right? The color is different. So by adding the Canuma soil on the top, you can easily figure it out. Is the potting media too dry or wet? Then you can decide when to water it. That's one easy indicator. Of course, if you are very experienced, you can just use your hand. To take the pot, you realize, oh, do I need to water it or not, right? So that's a difference. So that's the reason why do I use Canuma soil. Another reason, because Canuma soil, the pH level of Canuma soil is about 5.0. And the Asian Cymbidium, they like the environment, the potting media environment is about 6.5 or 6, right? So you add this Canuma soil, add on the top, actually can adjust the pH level of the potting mix. I feel that's probably it's a factor, but it's not good. But the main reason I use Canuma soil because it's easy to let people know when do I water it. So after you're doing this, some people will recommend, oh, let's water it, because we always know that when you plant a fruit tree, for example, the first watering is really important. However, when you pot the Asian Cymbidium like this type, at least for the Grungi, Anthiphobium, Sinense, or Karen, or Fabri, I will tell you, hold your watering. Don't water it for the first 1 week or 10 days. Because when we pot it, the potting media is already moist. It has already enough moisture to support the plant. If you water now, most likely the roots will get rotted because there's too much water. And another reason, because when you do the potting, you can't avoid making any damage to the roots. Maybe the small cut, whatever. all the bacteria, the fungus will attack it if there's too much water. So keep this way for about 10 days, and then start to regularly introduce water to the plant. Of course, when you water it, just use tap water. Do not use ice cubes. I highly against that. It's the same way like a Phalaenopsis, don't use ice cubes. For the Cymbidium, don't use it. Of course, someone says, hey, I did it. It works. But that's just an outlier. I never seen any regular or any good grower use ice cubes on the Cymbidium, and I don't use it at all. The last step, don't forget put the tags, because we don't have good memory. Even if we believe we have, a tag is more important. It worth all kinds of memories. So don't forget the tags. Okay, this is just a really quick demo of how to pot in Asian Cymbidium. I usually give this demo whenever I go to the Orchid Society, introduce the Asian Cymbidium, but I feel probably it's helpful to take a video to share online, put in the YouTube channel. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching it, and enjoy your orchids. Happy growing.